What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOI TV. Now today we are going to be doing a reaction video to the game that took place over the weekend in the FAI Cup, the two semi-finals that took place at the showgrounds and at Dalymount Park. We're going to be taking a look at both of those results and having a talk about what went down. We are going to start off with the most recent one, the game that happened down at the showgrounds between Sligo Rovers and Dundalk. But before we talk about that, guys, I just want to say, if you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Really means a lot. Yes, let's just jump right into the video. Yeah, so as I said, we're going to start off down at the showgrounds, the game that took place between Sligo Rovers and Dundalk. Now on paper this game looked like a routine win for the champions Dundalk, on their way to doing a treble. It's looking like, I thought anyway, that Dundalk would be pretty comfortable enough winners, although going away to Sligo, they've lost already there this season. Liam Buckley knows how to set a team up to really defend well and counter attack, and it actually played out that way, 0-0 for a long period of the game. And it took until the 89th minute, a Michael Duffy strike, that separated the two sides in a 1-0 victory for the away side. A huge win for the Lily Whites to send them to the Aviva. Caps off a great week for them, obviously becoming champions with a great win over Shamrock Rovers, then a last minute winner against Sligo to secure their place in the final. So a huge week for the side, and they deserved it. They've been great all season long. But as for Sligo, they'd actually put up a really good display, I thought. They came with a game plan, and as everyone probably thought they would, of sitting behind the ball. They play with their 4-4-2, two banks of four, and then they've their two pacey lads up front in Ronan Coughlin and Romeo Parks, and it almost worked for them so well. A penalty shout, Ronan Coughlin was taken down in the box, and I think it was a penalty. Personally, I thought it was, and if that goes in, then that's a different game altogether in Sligo. We could be seeing Sligo in the FAI Cup final, but it wasn't to be. If you haven't seen this guy already, lads, check out Irish Footy Vlogs. He went down to the showgrounds and did a class match day experience on the game. So yeah, if you want to see more from what happened at that game, make sure to go check him out. But yeah, Dundalk were the winners there. Michael Duffy, he's been quality for them all season long. He's a real top class player. Probably, I don't think he actually gets rated highly enough. You see the likes of Jack Byrne and Daniel Mandrew and players that are playing for the Dublin clubs getting so much credit all the time, where Michael Duffy is so consistent, constantly produces assists and goals, and I think he's probably the best player in the league. There's talk of him playing for Ireland. I think he might have been born in Northern Ireland, but he's still available to play for the Republic, so that's definitely an option. I think personally, I think he's still young enough, in his early 20s, 24 maybe, around that age, so he's definitely young enough to make an impression on the international level. Moving on from the showgrounds, we have to talk about the Dublin derby, and it finished in a 2-0 win for the away side. Bohemians must be so disappointed. They actually had a few recognisable names back from injury. They had Mandrew back from an injury and Buckley back in the midfield. I thought that was going to be a huge boost for the side. But you could kind of see a bit of rustiness there. Bohs has never got going in this one, and Shamrock Rovers did really well, and they got an early goal, which is huge for their confidence, and just to settle their nerves in this game. Graham Burke, the difference again. His goal at Tallaght Stadium was the difference in the last league game between the sides, in a 1-0 win, and he scored after 5 minutes to put Shamrock Rovers in front, and that was definitely a kick to Bohs, and that put them down quite a lot, and Rovers ran out in the end. Deserved winners for me. Bohs, as I said, I just don't think they ever really got going, never got into any fluidity, and Keith Long must be disappointed with how the game went from his point of view. But it seems like Stephen Bradley has finally figured out the formula for this Dublin derby fixture. They seem to be finally getting on top. Obviously Aaron Green gets the second goal. It's a well worked move down the right hand side, ball comes across and Green finishes it off. He actually also copied Keith Ward's jersey on the corner flag celebration, which was a bit of a controversial one. The Shamrock Rovers fans were absolutely loving it. It was a great moment for him though to get on the score sheet in that game. Really trying to prove he's got actually a good few goals this season, and he's really starting to nail down that striker position. And I have said in previous videos that it is a position that Shamrock Rovers do need to improve on, but that doesn't mean that he won't have a part to play in next season when they are in Europe and going for trophies again. He definitely will still have a part to play at the club. I just do think they need someone else up there as well. As for Bohemians, it's such a sickening blow for them. A cup final would have been an amazing day out for the fans. They probably felt like they deserved it after last year, controversially going down to Cork. I think it was the game at Dalymount actually, where Darragh Leahy was a questionable penalty shout, and Kieran Sadlier tucked it away, went down to Cork, they lost 2-1. So they probably felt like they deserved to be in a final this year. It just wasn't meant to be, but they have still got so much to play for. They have to get this one out of their minds, and they have to concentrate back on getting a top 4 finish. The good news for them was obviously that Dundalk won against Sligo, which means that 4th place finish will get European football. So it is a complete battle between Derry City, Bohemians and St Pat's for those final 2 spots for European football. And it's not going to be easy. Listen, St Pat's have a great chance. They're 2 points behind Bohs, but they still have Bohs and Derry to play, so there's points there for them to win with the new manager Stephen O'Donnell with them. He's a young, vibrant manager. Obviously he had to retire from football after a serious injury with Dundalk, but yeah, no, he's I think he'd be a very good coach and a very good appointment for them. I think he's a young manager. He'll look to play football. He's going to implement his own ideas. He's brought a little bit of positivity to the club again after Harry Kenny kind of sucked and drained the positivity out of the fans. After a good transfer window for Pats, they kind of felt a bit down after their kind of style of play that wasn't really working for them. And Stephen O'Donnell is a young manager and might be able to get the fans back on side for the run in, and they could have a stab in the dark at this top 4. But as for Bohs, they need to get it. They need to get it. If they come 5th in the league now after getting knocked out of the cup and having looked like they had 3rd place wrapped up for a long period of the season, it would be such a sick blow to the club, and the fans would be absolutely devastated. Had a few comments asking us if we were at the Dublin Derby game for fan cams and reactions. We actually didn't make it. Obviously tickets were literally gold dust, but we did get tickets to the 2nd hottest thing in Dublin that night. Just went to that, saw a good mate Conor McGregor. So decent night anyway, but would have loved to have been at Dalymount Park obviously. That would have been a great experience to see the match live. The passion from the fans. I think there was a class photo, I might put it on screen now, just showing the passion of the 2 fans. You wouldn't see anything like it anywhere else. It's the greatest league in the world. And yeah, congratulations to Shamrock Rovers and Dundalk. I believe the FAI Cup final is on the 5th of November, I think it is, in the Aviva Stadium. So that's probably the 2 best teams in the league this season. Actually, no, definitely the 2 best teams in the league this season. So they do deserve it for how they've done over the whole campaign. And it'll be a really good game, very competitive. And as we saw at Oriel Park, I think Dundalk ran out 3-2 winners, and hopefully another goal fest, a packed Aviva Stadium hopefully, and it'll be a great advertisement for Irish football. So looking forward to that game. Let me know your thoughts on the run-in, obviously, the top 4 battle, who's getting it, and the FAI Cup final. Leave your predictions in the comments below. If you're at any of the games, let me know what you thought of all your team's performances. Disappointed for Sligo and Bohs. If any of the fans of those clubs are watching, what did you think of your teams and where do you go from here? But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe.